The Zoltarian Empire had conquered 47 star systems in 3 centuries. Their military doctrine was simple: overwhelming force, absolute dominance, swift subjugation. No species had ever resisted successfully. Emperor Krauthos reviewed the intelligence reports on humanity with dismissive indifference. A single planet. No colonies. Primitive chemical rockets. They haven't even achieved practical FTL. His scaled hand waved dismissively. Send the Third Fleet. This will be over in hours. The Third Fleet consisted of 200 warships, enough firepower to crack a planet's crust. As they entered the Sol system, they broadcast the standard ultimatum: surrender or face extinction. Earth's response came from a tired-sounding woman who introduced herself as Defense Coordinator Maria Santos. This is your only warning. Do not enter Earth's atmosphere. We will consider it an act of war. Turn back now. The Zoltarian fleet commander, Warduke Vexil, laughed so hard his subordinates heard it through the command deck. They threaten us? With what? Their atmospheric craft that barely reach orbit? Please, Santos repeated, and there was something in her voice, not fear, but resignation. We really don't want to do this. Just leave. Please. Vexil interpreted the plea as cowardice. Proceed to planetary invasion, he ordered. The Third Fleet entered Earth's atmosphere in formation, a display meant to break enemy morale. Vexil expected panic, chaos, surrender. What he got was silence. Then, a single word from Santos: activate. The sky came alive. Thousands, no, tens of thousands, of objects burst from concealed silos, underwater installations, mountain bunkers, and urban centers. Not crude missiles, but something far worse: kinetic interceptors moving at hypersonic speeds, swarming like a metallic plague. But that was just the first layer. Directed energy weapons that humanity had quietly perfected over decades painted the sky in lattices of invisible death. Zoltarian shields, designed to withstand naval-grade plasma cannons, failed against concentrated beams that operated on principles the Empire's scientists hadn't even theorized. Vexil watched in horror as his fleet was systematically dismantled. Ships didn't explode dramatically, they simply stopped working, their systems fried by electromagnetic pulses calibrated to frequencies the Zoltarians didn't know to shield against. Impossible, he whispered. The intelligence said. Your intelligence observed what we let you observe, Santos's voice cut through his dying comm systems. Do you know what humans have been doing for the last 70 years? Not conquering other worlds. Defending ours. Every war, every conflict in our history, taught us one lesson: never let the enemy reach home. 40 Zoltarian ships managed to retreat beyond the atmosphere, crippled and burning. 160 became debris, their wreckage guided by Earth systems into trajectories that would burn up on re-entry. No pollution. No evidence. Just ash. We've been watching you, Santos continued. Watching you conquer those 47 systems. We knew eventually you'd notice us. So we prepared. Every scientist, every engineer, every resource, focused on one thing: making our atmosphere into a killing field. She paused, and when she spoke again, her voice carried an edge of steel. You want to know why humanity never left our home system? Because we didn't need to. We turned Earth into a fortress. Our atmosphere is a weapon system with 7,000 redundancies. Our oceans hide submarine arsenals that could glass continents. Our cities themselves are defensive platforms. The surviving Zoltarian ships limped back to the Empire, carrying a message that would reshape galactic politics forever. Emperor Krauthos watched the tactical recordings in silence. Nearly his entire Third Fleet, destroyed in 17 minutes. By a species that had never even fought a space battle. Send no more fleets, he ordered quietly. Declare Sol system off limits. Add them to the forbidden zones. But Santo sent one final transmission, broadcast across all Imperial frequencies: "We gave you a warning. We begged you to leave. Remember that, when you tell others about us. Humanity doesn't conquer. We don't need to. But if you bring war to our doorstep." The transmission showed Earth from orbit, peaceful and blue, surrounded by a barely visible network of defensive platforms that would make any invasion a nightmare. "You'll learn why we're the only species in the galaxy that calls their homeworld fortress in every language we speak." The Empire never returned. Neither did anyone else who heard the story. Earth remained unconquered. Not because humanity was the strongest species in the galaxy, but because they had made damn sure nobody could ever take their home.